So tomorrow I get the keys for my house, and as you can see, it's chaos. Pipes are bursting everywhere, cars are going off the road, and it's cold. So let me start this video off with a question. This is the present weather conditions, and I really need to start with garden work first in order to clear it for the skip. Would you be starting now? So for full transparency, this video so far and what you're seeing now isn't in chronological and linear order. The reason being is it was shot a couple of days before completion was due to take place. However, since this video was filmed, I've had an absolute nightmare with lenders and documents and all the rest of it. So it brings me to today. So update on the farce, which is my life. I've managed to get it sorted so that the lender would accept if a valuation or a valuer from their panel went down and revalued the property. So a valuer went down, had to wait the best part of a week again. Valuer went down and then went AWOL. Like literally no one could get in contact with him, his company, my broker, no one. So I've had to wait another day and he's finally arisen from the hole that he went down and showed his face and said, yes, I'll accept 190, which is great news for me. And I would be happy, however, I've just been told off my broker that he's signed things in all wrong boxes. No offence, is his bread and butter, that's what he does. So now we've now got to find him again, get him to change the boxes, get the documents sent over, get the lender to be happy with that, and then proceed. So I'm on my way to the bank now. Now I know that amount is valid, is happy, to get the bank to transfer a larger amount, which I'm not going to lie, if I go down to the bank and they say we can't do it, the police are going to be called because someone's going through a window. In Halifax, finally got the transfer done, so the payment funds to the solicitors. Now all it is now is documentation being done, and then I'm in that house working, baby. The plot thickens once again, so I'm hoping these videos aren't boring you, but I think it's really important that people know when you are buying a house or when you are going into property or thinking about going into property as an investor or developer, that these things do happen. So my next predicament is that my broker called me and they said, yes, you know that the lender has accepted the valuation of 190, we're all good, we're going ahead. However, because it has been longer than 3 months, you're now going to have to give me new bank statements to prove of funding. So the only predicament in that is that I'm going to be getting funding a bit later on to cover the whole extent of it, and because I've now paid the solicitor's fees and for the house, that proof of funds in the account don't add up to what I said the total constructions works were. Then they said, okay, even though they have got back to you and said 190 for the valuation, we accept it. We've now looked at the reports which the valuer's done, and we're not too happy with the amount of work that needs doing. So we're only going to lend to you on a 70% loan to value, which means that you're going to have to find another 8 grand from somewhere. So it's not as bad as the 17 grand that was initially expected, but it cost me another 300 quid to get this valuation just for them to tell me it's going to cost me another 8 grand. And because we are now changing from a 75% loan to value down to 70% loan to value, all the legal documentation needs changing. So yes, you've guessed it, I'm going to have to go down to the solicitors again in person to sign the documents. And if you remember back to the last video, that was the thing that cost me 65 quid in Uber fares. Cheers. So then I get another phone call from the broker saying the address on the bank statement is wrong. It's actually the address of the property which I'm buying. I can't have that. I can't accept it. They won't have it. The reason being is I've not moved in there yet. Now, this was me again trying to be proactive, trying to be on the ball doing things. So when I was in the Halifax getting the transfer sorted, I thought, you know what, I'm going to change that because a lot of the utility bills, bank statements, that sort of thing will have to have the change of address. So I changed that when I was in there to the new address, knowing that it would only be a day or a couple of hours till I was in there. Let alone did I know I would still not be in there now, and that's caused me more problems than I initially could have ever have imagined. I don't even know if I'm going to be in today. We're now, God knows how many months, weeks past the original completion date. But I'm going to be honest, I am feeling a little disheartened now. I think I'm just going to get in there, rip everything out, take it out to a blank, and then say, what am I but something in my heart says do not give up. This is a good venture. So I've just gone for a little walk to clear my head, and I'm really hoping this is going to be the last of the boring, mopey, annoyed messages. Friday I was supposed to be completing, and then it went to Monday and Tuesday, today's Wednesday, and I've been reassured all the funds are across now, everything's there. The only reason why we didn't complete today is because it has gone past the accounting cut-off time of like 3:30 when they transfer funds. So hopefully as early as possible tomorrow morning I will have the keys, and I'm going to start the next lot of videos, which will hopefully be a house transformation.